All right, Alexander, we've got Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani's law license has been suspended in New York over the Trump connection. Once again, Trump, Ukraine, everything Trump. Let's just chalk it up to that. They're still going on about Trump, the witch hunt to destroy Trump and everybody associated with Trump. Even people that just went to his rallies, they have to round them up as well and put them in prison. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous state of affairs in the United States. What do you make, though, of the fact that they're suspending Giuliani's law license? Why are they doing this? What's the reasoning? How far are they going to take this, do you think?
I think it's absolutely outrageous. First of all, Giuliani, let's be quite clear about this, is a brilliant lawyer. He was a superb federal prosecutor in the Southern District of New York, the most difficult district to run. He did a magnificent job there. Everybody accepts this. He was the mayor who kept New York together through the 9/11 crash and catastrophe that we all remember. He is somebody who should absolutely be highly regarded as one of the greatest lawyers in the United States today. On top of that, what did he do exactly that merits stripping him of his license? He represented the person who was at that time the President of the United States in a series of court cases. He did nothing that brought upon him the criticism of the courts in any of those cases. The courts didn't say that he was acting in any kind of inappropriate way. His conduct, as far as I can see, was absolutely not of the kind that would merit stripping someone of their license. This was a purely vindictive action by a liberal, I'm going to say it straightforwardly, a very liberal New York bar, which has gone after one of its most celebrated members because he is conservative and because he was the friend and lawyer of the former President of the United States. It is, dare I say it, a profoundly illiberal, using the old meaning of the word, a profoundly oppressive thing to do. And if you're going to do this to someone like Giuliani, who is such an important person, and has been such an important person, both in the American legal life and in American political and public life, well, you can do it to anybody.
All right, Alexander, let's do some quotes here. The first one from Trump: "They should be ashamed of themselves," Trump said of the radical left behind the suspension. Here is a tweet from Robert Barnes, and we've done a video with Robert Barnes, a lawyer, a great lawyer, and he says this in his tweet, and I want you to comment. "As Jerry Spence said long ago, the gentlemen of the bar only care about the top hat crowd. And the bar has long been a tool of state oppression of dissident lawyers. The Rudy Giuliani case is just the most recent and one of the most egregious."
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely correct. This is a purely vindictive political decision. It's also, by the way, a warning. It's a threat. If you want to act for Donald Trump, then, you know, you're risking your position in the legal profession. You're risking your license. I mean, it's an appalling thing to do. Outrageous thing to do. And Robert Barnes has stated it perfectly.
All right, let me read you a quote now from Jonathan Turley. "Our past criticisms of Giuliani's conduct should not blind us from the inherent dangers in suspending lawyers for rejecting legal theories. It is a difficult and precarious line to draw. What may be a novel theory to some can be viewed as deceptive or frivolous to others. Again, this is less about Giuliani as what standards should be applied in such cases."
Well, actually, Jonathan Turley is talking in the usual very measured language that he uses, but actually the distance between what he said and what Barnes said isn't actually that great, because what Jonathan Turley is saying there is that he's been stripped of his license because of his opinions, his theories, his opinions, his legal opinions, which are, shall we say, unacceptable to some people. Not because of what he's done, but because of opinions, theories that he has held. So it's, again, going after someone for their opinions. And that is particularly dangerous because, of course, opinions can often turn out to be right. The most unpopular opinions very often turn out to be right. It turns out that eventually things that everybody said were, were wrong are ultimately proved to be true. But nowadays we're back into the world of, punishing people for opinions. In this case, Giuliani's opinions and Giuliani's actions, because I do think actions did play a role to play. The fact that he dared to be the lawyer of Donald Trump. You've identified three very important people there, and two very eminent lawyers, Turley and Barnes.
Yeah. Final question.
And they're both horrified by this, and so am I.
Okay, so final question. What is the end game of this? Do you believe that this is just a virtue signaling moment for the, as Trump calls it, the radical left? Is this a virtue signaling moment for them? Is this a woke moment? Look, we got the law license suspended of Giuliani. Hooray, look, we did it. Or is there something much more sinister behind this? Is this the continuing attack of the Trump supporters, of, say, the MAGA supporters, the MAGA movement, the Giulianis? Are we going to see more people in the Trump circle starting to be removed from various positions, institutions, having licenses taken away from them? All these things. More the FBI going after more people in and around Trump. Do you think there's something more to this move, or is this just a virtue signal kind of?
No, it's not virtue signal. This goes far beyond that. This is extremely sinister. You take this kind of step if you try and deprive a person of his lawyer, because this is partly, as I said, partly it's to punish Giuliani and to go after Giuliani himself, but partly it's to deprive a man of his most important lawyer. If you're going to take that kind of step, then you're going down an extremely dangerous road for the United States and for your own society. I mean, this is something that I really cannot overemphasize how serious and bad it is. And again, that it should happen in the United States of all countries, which has always taken the law and due process incredibly seriously. I mean, it gives me the shudders, quite frankly.
All right, we will leave it there. Guys, go to our locals page. Let us know what you think of this story. Go to our locals community and post your comments there. Share your stories, actually, about this story. Share your stories about this story on our locals community page, and go to the Duran shop. Use the code REALNEWS and get 10% off all merchandise. Take care.